Right, so hey everyone and welcome back to another budget photography video. So this isn't my normal studio, no. I've come outside. It's been a very long time since I've been outside. Yes, it's nighttime. I came out at night purely because there's going to be less people around. It's less likely that I'll be, I'll bump into people and yeah, all the stuff with the corona or COVID-19, sorry. Anyway, that's getting beyond the point. So as you guys just saw me unbox and attach this battery grip. I'm not really sure of the name, but the name will be the title of the video. I kind of want to go over the pros and the cons of having a battery grip, because there are definitely pros and there are definitely cons. But the pros in some cases merge with the cons. So for example, let's go for the first things first is, well, the weight. This with a zoom lens on it is very heavy, very heavy. This is probably about the size and weight of a 1DX Mark II. If I take this lens off, there's a lot of photographers that are going to hate me doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway. If I take that off, if you Google now, that roughly, it's back on, looks like a 1DX Mark II. Obviously it's not a 1DX Mark II, it still has the same sensor size and megapixels. Anyway, so it is a very heavy system. So I have had to bring out the old neck strap, which I don't really like having a neck strap. But it is just that heavy that it needs to have a neck strap, because it is that heavy. But because it is this heavy, it kind of counteracts if you do have a bigger lens. So right now, as I said, I've got my 75 to 300mm on here, and it kind of counteracts the weight of having such a big lens. And another positive of having a battery grip is the fact that you get, well, 2 batteries. I have 2 batteries in here, LPE6s. There's 2 of them, and well, they're right there. And I haven't got to worry about my battery dying. Now, these batteries don't really die that much anyway. They last all day most of the time. But it is nice to have that extra battery in case that first battery dies, in case I forget to charge it or whatever. Quite a lot of the time I will still carry another 2 batteries with me to fill up the battery grip, because you never know, the battery grip might fail, the batteries might fail. It's good to have redundancies. Another positive of having a battery grip is the fact that, well, you get a vertical grip. So not only do you have your main controls here, so you've got your shutter button, you have your wheel dial thing there, you've got your back button focusing and your zoom there. You also have them controls on the battery grip itself. So there's the back button focusing, there is the zoom focusing, and there's the little dial and the shutter release, so that you can get really nice portrait pictures. And it is a lot easier to handle having a vertical grip. Now, I can't speak for all vertical grips, but this one in particular, the only problem with it is that natively the 5D Mark II is very comfortable to hold like that in landscape, because, well, it's got a really nice big thick hand grip. I've got quite big sausage fingers, so it is nice to have a nice big grip. Now, it's nice, big, and it's rounded. That's what I want to get across here. This is rounded. This isn't. This is not comfortable. It's nice and big, yes, but it isn't rounded. It's actually squared, which is just, it's just weird. It's nice to have that vertical, horizontal, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is, to be able to go like that. But come on, I mean, really, why make that flat? Now, the grip on the battery grip is really nice. It feels nice and grippy. If anything, it's probably too grippy. because it's nice and fresh, brand new rubber, and it's just really, really nice to hold, apart from the square grip. Why would you put a square grip on it? But I do like it. It is a nice product, and yeah, the main thing that I would use this kind of battery grip for is something like a wedding, or maybe an event, or if you're a member of the press. But then again, if you're a member of the press, you wouldn't really be using a 5D Mark II, you'd probably be using a 1DX Mark III or a Nikon D500, whatever it's called. So yes, there are pros and there are cons of having it. Would I advise you to get a battery grip? It all depends on how long your batteries last. If your batteries last all day, then yeah. But if you think that you will need 2 batteries on your camera at one time, then definitely you should get a battery grip. But be careful with the square one. Anyway guys, thanks for joining me in this video, and it's really nice to be outside again. See you in the next one.